So we got the 252 spoilers, and this chapter is super exciting, continuing the battle against Sukuna, because we saw in the end of the previous chapter that Sukuna hit Akotsu and Yuji with the world-cutting dismantle, seemingly killing them, question mark? But then Maki came in at the last second and stabbed Sukuna through the back with her soul-splitting katana, and we were wondering, like, is Sukuna dead? And I'll tell you right now, no, he's not. He definitely survived that, and we're going to find out why in this chapter. But first, we're starting with a flashback, because the chapter begins with Kusakabe and Ino discussing that Yuta moved the coordinates of the domain barrier to a good spot. They expected Yuta's domain to crumble and had Maki ready to surprise attack Sukuna. Ino says it would be better to have more people inside Yuta's barrier to face Sukuna, but they initially planned to send Choso inside too. But Kusakabe says it's too late, and if anyone tries to enter now, then Sukuna will become conscious and their surprise attack plan will fail. So what he's saying here is that the actual physical, like, sphere barrier that, you know, makes up a domain expansion has like moved physical locations, like where they are in Shibuya right now, and it's better for them because this is where Maki is going to enter. And the fact that they like knew that it would eventually break, meaning that I guess they planned on either Akotsu straight up losing to Sukuna or purposely breaking it down to set up this surprise attack in case their plan didn't go through, because they did hit Sukuna with Jacob's ladder, and once again it didn't really do much. But continuing the flashback, we're coming to where Maki prepares to enter Yuta's domain, and Ino says that Kusakabe can join the fight too, but Kusakabe feigns ignorance and cheers for Maki. And as Maki gets ready, Yuta's domain breaks, and Kusakabe says that Yuta will give them the sign to attack the moment Sukuna is relaxed the most. And yeah, that's what led to the end of the previous chapter. But back to the present, and Yuta gets slashed by the world-cutting dismantle, and Maki stabs Sukuna. Rika immediately takes hold of Yuta while crying, and Yui jumps in to transport Yuta somewhere else to heal him. So it appears that Kotsu is not dead, because, you know, we saw him get hit by the world-cutting dismantle, the same thing that killed Gojo. But just like what we saw before with Higuruma, after he got cut up by Sukuna, Yui came in with his teleportation curse technique and took him off the map. And Sukuna also pointed out that Yui did the same thing to Gojo. So now he's doing it to Akotsu here, and it's like, wow, I guess he is surviving, and, you know, it's still 50-50 as if Gojo or Higuruma is going to survive, but this is a good sign, I think, because wherever Yui is taking them, there's definitely some cookery going on. There's some chants being made, there's some possible binding vows, some crazy reverse curse technique, maybe Uruhime's there, Shoko's gotta be there. So hopefully we're just going to get this big A-team coming back eventually, maybe. Maki tries to slice Sukuna in half, but Sukuna quickly evades it. Sukuna realizes that Yuta willingly destroyed his domain to send a signal to the comrades. So yeah, this goes back to Akotsu purposely, or just eventually knew that he would have to break his own domain to send a signal, and it makes me wonder, like, did they think that Gojo was going to lose, and did that lead to possibly their plan as well? Sukuna can't heal Maki's cut as quickly as he can with other injuries. The narrator reveals that when Maki cuts a person's soul with her special katana, you can't normally heal that wound with reverse curse technique. To heal the soul, one must be able to clearly see the outline of their soul. Though Sukuna can easily intercept his soul thanks to being in Yuji, he's not able to easily heal his soul, since reverse curse technique to heal souls is different from usual and damage from Gojo's battle. So that was expected. That was always kind of like the case. The soul was something separate from your body entirely. So reverse curse technique understandably wouldn't be able to just heal it. You'd have to do something different. But first, guys, what if I told you that there's finally a way where you can trade directly on your favorite anime? You could do that with the sponsor of this video, Kalshi. Kalshi was founded by 2 MIT engineers and is the first legal financial exchange in the US where you can trade on any event. It's basically like the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ, but instead of investing in stocks, you can invest in things that you know and care about. The exchange has hundreds of thousands
thousands of users and has already seen more than $500 million of trading. Also, one of Kalshi's founders is an anime fanatic, and he's always dreamed of a way to get people to be able to trade on their opinions and convictions on all things anime. So Kalshi recently launched their first anime market. So now you can make money by trading on your favorite anime shows and characters. Like, it's pretty wild. You can trade on things like the Anime Awards, like which series you think is going to win, which character will get the best character award. You can even trade on movie awards, Rotten Tomatoes scores, like for example, if you think Deadpool 3 will get above an 84%, and even video games. Like for example, do you think Grand Theft Auto 6 will be released before July 2025? But to explain it a little more, let's say you think that Jujutsu Kaisen will win the best anime award. Well, that's currently priced at 49%, which means that you can buy shares of Jujutsu Kaisen for 49% or 49 cents each. And then the price changes based on what the market thinks the odds of the event are. So let's say you buy 100 shares, you can pay 49 cents times 100, which comes out to $49. And if Jujutsu Kaisen wins, you get $100. But if not, then you get $0. You can also sell your shares before the awards happen, and if the share price goes to 80%, then you can sell 100 of the shares for $80 and make a profit before the event ends. So guys, check the link in my description to sign up for Kalshi, because the first 400 traders will get a free $20 credit. Thanks, guys. Yuji tries to get back to fighting Sukuna, saying, "Fushiguro, it's not over yet," but he suddenly falls down coughing blood. Yuji has been constantly using reverse curse technique so far, even though it's only just been a month since he learned it. Yuji realizes that he hasn't healed himself properly. Big bro Choso comes to the rescue and tells Yuji to calmly use reverse curse technique to fully heal himself. So yeah, we have been seeing Yuji take a lot of cleaves from Sukuna and healing himself, and it's taking a toll on him, but Choso's here. Choso's alive. This is awesome, because we thought there's a chance that Choso could have died, because the last time we saw him, he got like pierced through the abdomen by Sukuna. But no, he's back and he's helping Yuji again. And he tells him to circulate your blood to every corner of your body as if you're spreading roots. Imagine completing the outline of your body with your blood vessels. So this is like totally a Rengoku and Tanjiro moment from Mugen Train, or Infinity Train if you've seen that. Rengoku essentially tells him to do the same exact thing here. Although, you know, this is a little different because Choso is, I guess, instructing him on how blood manipulation works without having the inherent ability of it, which also makes me think, like, I guess he did teach Yuji how to use blood manipulation, because Yuji has been using it, right? He fired off piercing blood and he like made the blood on Sukuna's face like explode in the previous chapter. Still not explained what's going on with that, but maybe we'll find out eventually. Back to Maki versus Sukuna round 2. Sukuna tries to hold Maki's katana, which was about to stab him, but Maki uses the momentum to lift Sukuna and throw him away. Sukuna cuts the building he was touching into pieces and throws it. While Maki's field of vision is obstructed by flying debris, Sukuna sneakily sends a slash, but Maki evades it. Sukuna changed twin meteors before sending that slash towards Maki, but I don't think that was a world slash because Sukuna didn't use the full chant. So yeah, twin meteors is one of the chants here, and I don't know, it's really up in the air if Sukuna is launching a world-cutting dismantle at her, but I don't think he is. Sukuna realizes that Maki can see his technique better than other sorcerers. Sukuna says facing Maki feels like how he fought Maharaga in Shibuya. So yeah, we saw that Maki, once she fully unlocked like her heavenly restriction powers, she could just see everything way better. She could see like the air moving essentially. This also draws another parallel to Demon Slayer for me, like seeing the transparent world, like once you get strong enough as a Demon Slayer. Maki essentially has like the same thing.
Although, not really. I guess seeing the transparent world is actually better than what Maki can do, but she sees it in a similar sense, I suppose. So it's understandable that she would be able to intercept this dismantle from Sukuna better. Even though Maki's katana stabbed Sukuna's heart, Sukuna's forcibly having his heart beat by using cursed energy. This is exactly how Sukuna survived after he took out his heart back in the juvenile arc. So that's wild. Sukuna like has an answer for everything. I love it. Just forcibly beating his heart with cursed energy despite it being wrecked. Because, you know, he can't fully heal it right now because it's been stabbed by the soul-splitting katana. So he's got to manually pump that thing while fighting Maki. He's such a beast. And Maki says, "You're going to continue that while fighting me?" Sukuna's like, "As of now, I have no problems." Switch in POV to Hakari versus Uraume. Hakari says it's easy to recognize Sukuna's presence. Hakari initially thought that it might be bad seeing Sukuna's OG form, but Sukuna is still getting beat up, and Hakari says that Sukuna's cursed energy is starting to dry up. Hakari says, "We will be winning," but Uraume laughs at Hakari and says that he's a dumb idiot just like his curse technique. Uraume defends Sukuna by saying, "Judging by his cursed energy waves, I can tell that Sukuna-sama has no interest in his opponents. You people should be ashamed of yourself for not being able to show results better than Gojo. Even if we take out the after effects from the first battle, Sukuna-sama still hasn't given his all." End of chapter, and the editor note says the heat in the battle knows no limits. So this is pretty ominous from Uraume here. And in this final panel, we see Sukuna like silhouetted in like demon mode, I guess. And this is wild. He's still not even like fully trying at this point, despite having to manually pump his heart and all the damage that he took. So we're about to see some real crazy stuff, I assume. But I'm going to go way more into this chapter, like fully go through it as I usually do in my chapter review once the chapter is released. I'd like to have it out tomorrow morning, or it'll be the morning after that. So subscribe for that. And also, guys, please follow me on TikTok or Instagram, whichever platform you like to use more. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers on that. So if you can help me with that, I would really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one.